Welcome back to the STEAM Academy podcast. I'm Aven, and I'm here with Miss Boytek.
Hello.
All right, so what do you teach?
Engineering.
1 and 2, right?
Engineering 1, 2, and advanced design.
Oh, I forgot about that class.
It's new.
So, do you have any clubs you're currently running?
TSA,
So what's
Technology Student Association.
So what's TSA about?
It's basically a networking group that encourages students to go into fields of engineering or design. And the kids get to do a lot of competitions. They get to go to state and to nationals and meet other people who are interested in the same thing.
So is it sort of like extra techie STLP?
Yes.
Oh, cool. I used to do a little bit of STLP. I dabbled in it. I did robotics in like elementary and middle school. More in middle school than anything, but you know.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I was the like, you know the like sets that they use with the I can't remember what they're called at all, but like we used these sets like all throughout my elementary and middle school.
Lego Mindstorms or
Yeah, that's the one. That's
Yep.
the one. It was Mindstorms. Yeah, we did Mindstorms. I really liked it. I don't think I ever like won anything, but I tried.
Well, that's the main thing.
I mean, it was fun.
As long as you're trying and doing something that you haven't done before, so you're learning with each one, that's the goal.
So, where are you from?
I'm from Eastern Kentucky, Pike County.
Oh, Mrs. Garrison is also from Pike County, I think.
We have several people here from that area.
Oh, who?
Dr. Flores.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I was wondering what that accent was.
He doesn't really have one. I
mean, I guess I was just wondering why his voice sounded like that. It turns out, oh yeah, he does kind of sound sort of like my uncle sounds like.
I guess compared to me, he doesn't have an accent, so.
Yeah, well, I mean, compared to my my great grandparents, girl, you don't have an accent.
Okay.
So where'd you go to college?
Eastern Kentucky University.
What'd you major in?
Interior design.
Oh, and you ended up becoming a engineering teacher at a high school.
Yes, well, I did interior design, and I had a minor in construction and in art.
Huh.
And I worked at an engineering company when I graduated.
Huh. So did you get like a teaching degree or just a certificate or what? Like,
Oh, I have a teaching degree, yes.
you went back to college. Where'd you get that degree?
Eastern.
Did you get that like right after that, or did you find your love for teaching and then go back?
It came back later, yes.
Like how much later?
About 4 years.
So where did you first teach?
Winburn Middle School.
Oh, cool. I think I think some of my friends have gone there before.
Yeah.
Not sure though. Out of the 3 classes that you teach, like which one is your favorite course to teach? Like in terms of the stuff you get to teach, like course material.
That's a tough question because Engineering 1, that's usually the intro to everything. So I get to watch the students grow into designers or engineers, start working that mindset. Engineering 2, they're more actively comfortable with the idea of the open-ended questions, the creativity, the I guess the thought development that I expect. So Engineering 2 goes a lot smoother, and it's a lot of fun. We get to go bigger with the projects.
I mean, I literally had your engineering 2 last period.
Right.
So what's your favorite like unit or like project to teach? Or like that your classes do?
The ones that I really enjoy, and I feel like people learn a lot that they can apply in other projects, would be the cardboard chair design in Engineering 1, because they learn all of the major steps of design right there.
Yeah, and like, keeping things stable and support, even with weak materials, using your materials in any way you can to make, using what you have to make what you need.
Mm-hmm. Another project that I love is, and it's the one you're currently working on, Rube Goldberg.
Oh, yeah.
I love doing Rube Goldberg projects. I always go really big and have a lot of fun with them, so I really enjoy those.
Yeah, and I like that you do it as a unit of simple machines, like, assigning us different simple machines to use, because I found that it got my ideas rolling. I mean, I already had ideas before just because I randomly did. I don't know. My brain just decided that, but we completely changed the first idea I ever had about it to pretty much something completely different because, at least one person in my group. I'm probably going to cut that out.
Yeah, but that's exactly how it should be going, though. The way your group is approaching the Rube Goldberg is exactly how it should be. So your ideas, your creative ideas, and your interest in it is going to feed off into the rest of your teammates once they get more comfortable with it. And excuse me. And you have your original idea, and then when you start working on it, you come up with better idea and adjustments and changes, and that's the whole point of it. That's why I like it so much. It is constant problem solving and decision making.
And like innovation and all of that. I love how we get to make something stupid and convoluted and make it work. And I love how we have to figure out like how do we connect these two like I don't know, parts of the machine. I can't figure out what to call them. They're not really obstacles. Are they?
Kind of, yeah.
I was going to call them obstacles because I can't think of the word. But like all of those different parts, you have to fit them. Components, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, components of the machine. You got to fit them all together so that it flows as one continuous, convoluted machine that you could have just rolled a ball for.
Yeah.
Like you could have just done it so much easier.
A complicated way to accomplish a simple task.
Yeah,
That's
that's the whole point of a Rube Goldberg machine, but it's really fun. I mean, I've been making ones like that like a lot when I was a kid because I used to want to be an aerospace engineer, but then I realized I would have to go into high places, and turns out I don't want to go to space. That's terrifying.
Oh, okay.
Or be around things that go to space because that kind of scares me, and I feel like if I mess up like one thing, then people could die. And I did a project on the Challenger explosion, and I decided, maybe I don't want to do this.
Yeah, yeah. Some people, it's funny too because with engineering it covers a large span of areas, and I'll have some students who are really into aerospace, and that's where they're wanting to go. And then I have other students that are into mechanics or architecture and design that way, and it all stems from the same area, but it's a different field of interest and technical knowledge that goes into it for engineering. And like I'm really not that big on space myself as far as the space travel idea.
It's kind of terrifying.
But I'm all for people who are, watching them grow and learn.
They're a lot smarter than I am.
Yeah. Well, and it's wherever your interests are.
Yeah.
That's wherever your interest lies. That's usually what you study, look into, learn about, are interested in, and that's where you tend to be, I won't say smarter, but just more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And it's because that's where your interests are. Space is not your interest. That's why someone who is interested in it is much more knowledgeable in that area.
Yeah. And they also know way more stuff about math than I do. Like I'm good at algebra. That's like the thing I'm best at in terms of math because it's like a fun puzzle. Other things in math, I don't like them. I do not like them. I don't like calculus. Geometry, I mean, it's shapes. Geometry isn't that hard. I passed it with over 100%. But calculus and pre-calc, no. Like, I'm gonna pass that. I'm just gonna, just miss me with that. So how long have you been a teacher?
21 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when you started being a teacher?
I'm not going to tell my age to everybody.
What, were you like 20 when you started? 25?
I'm not going to tell my age on the STEAM podcast station.
Genuinely, I think you look like at most 40.
May as well. Oh, yeah.
What, like 40?
You can edit this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm not telling my age.
Yeah, I can edit it out.
I'm not telling.
Okay. I'm editing this whole clip out. At this point, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I'm editing this whole thing out here so I can find it. Okay, because it'll show an audio spike and then I can find it. All right. So, why did you want to become a teacher?
Well, I kind of came into it in a backwards way. Let me go 7th grade. When I was in 7th grade, we had a whole, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said teacher. And my science teacher at the time laughed at me when I said it because I guess he didn't see that in me.
Maybe
And
your science teacher's an idiot.
nah, he was great. And
Yeah, well,
then
I mean, he wasn't that great if he was laughing at his students' dreams. That's
yeah.
kind of a...
Well, I think it may have just been a natural reaction. I don't think he meant to do it. But anyway, later on, once I finished college and I worked in engineering, I got married and I had a baby.
Oh, I didn't know you
And
had kids.
yes, I have one daughter. And we the marriage didn't work out, so then I was a single parent. And I absolutely love being a mother. So I was looking for a career that would let me be on her timeline so I could be there raising her. That was my focus, really. And I looked into teaching, but I kept thinking I don't want to do something where I have to repeat over and over and over. I felt like it would be boring. But when I checked with EKU and they looked at my transcript and they said engineering and industrial technology, and that actually is really interesting for me. So I find that to be challenging and active. And I do love the students and I love watching them learn. And I love over the time, I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. I can still remember the students from my first year teaching 20 years ago. When I moved in at STEAM, I was going through my old paperwork and I found a roster from Winburn. And when I saw those students' names, I could see their faces. I could remember. It's really, it's sweet. It's very moving, what teaching, how it brings you in closer to people and you get to see people.
Yeah.
And watch them grow into who they are. And, I wonder how they're doing now. But it was just shocking to me that I could still remember those kids from 20 years ago.
I mean, and they're probably people
weeks.
and there are probably quite a few of them that ended up being engineers did you teach engineering with them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, quite a few of them ended up with, your influence.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of them become engineers?
Well, I don't know about those students, but I know last year at UK, I had about 5 of my students that graduated with engineering degrees. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it made me really happy to find out, to hear about that, talk with them.
So, how long have you worked at STEAM?
This is my 2nd year.
And why did you want to work at STEAM specifically?
From the beginning, from the minute the idea of STEAM was advertised or put out on Fayette County News, I just thought that was the greatest idea because, I'm all about engineering and project-based and learning in that way. So once I saw it, I loved the idea. Miss Stevenson, the principal, the original, she was my principal at Winburn. So I knew her. I learned so much working under her, so many things. And it was just such a great concept for school. But the teacher who was there, he just left last year. So that's as soon as it opened. When I saw
or was
it
he forced to
open.
leave? We'll never know.
No, as soon as I saw the position had opened, I put in for it. It was
yeah,
really
because
a
DeBoard's
blessing.
was there since the beginning, and then he magically disappeared.
So
We'll never know what happened.
yeah.
I will not elaborate. So, do you plan to continue teaching at STEAM for a long time, or
Yes.
is this hold on. I forgot my train of thought. Hold on, I'll have to cut this out. So how you been doing lately?
I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Glad to hear that.
Busy.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm pretty good. I mean, we have the play on Friday. Plug in the play. If this comes out by then, if it doesn't, this will be old news. But you can buy a ticket for $1 before advisory in front of the art room with Miss Garrison, cash only, and it'll be during first period on Friday, the 13th. And if you want to see the after school one, doors open at 5:30. Tickets are $5 at the door.
And that's Friday too?
Mhm.
Okay.
I play the main villain. Mwahaha. My character is just kind of the worst. Like, he's not even like a cool villain. He just kind of sucks.
You like it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. I get to do a big, like, kingly speech.
There you go.
You know,
Yeah. Well, I've watched you guys rehearse a little bit
probably heard us.
out there. Yeah.
I'm very loud.
It's interesting.
I'm very loud. I mean, y'all have probably heard just the no.
We can hear a little bit.
Probably the yelling. So, are you planning to do just the same curriculum you did this year next year? Or are you going to change up the lessons or what?
I change it up every time.
Hmm.
What I'm teaching in engineering one right now is a modification made to the chair design.
Yeah, what are y'all doing with the windows?
Oh, that is my advanced design class. And so their
So
final
cute.
project was to design a winter wonderland kind of situation.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I, there again, it's a very open-ended
Mm-hmm.
activity. But
Just like with the Rube Goldberg
Right.
is super open-ended.
So they have to watch with materials and that sort of thing. And they had to come up with the idea and how they were going to do it. And then I had to approve it. And
It looks awesome so far.
can you tell what it is?
It's from what I remember, it's like a village scene, sort of.
It is supposed to be. And it really is if you look at it and make the connection.
I haven't
and I'm
been
trying to
paying too
figure out
much
how to do it.
attention to it.
It's a facade. It's the front facade of the school building of STEAM Academy.
Oh,
So
I haven't been looking
Yeah.
very much. I just saw, like poles and roof looking stuff and just I just saw Christmassy colors and like
Right.
a candy cane and stuff. I wasn't really paying
Well,
much
that's-
attention to the substance of it.
That's the big challenge that we've ran into is because nobody really knows what it is. It looks like the STEAM building. It is the STEAM building, and it's the STEAM building in holiday mode is what we're doing. So we're getting ready to add all the little decorations for that.
Mhm.
But we're trying to think of a good way to be able to let people know the purpose of or what they're looking at.
Make it look like a giant gingerbread house and make the STEAM Academy logo in like like icing or whatever.
yeah,
Like a
something.
gingerbread house.
So we could,
Or like in candy cane.
and the student who he did a sketch of it ahead of time for me, and he did a great job with that, with the drawing and getting the idea across. It's
What
just such
student?
a large window. Gabe.
Cool.
Gabe and Louisa.
It's a really big canvas and it's a really interesting scene,
Yeah.
like a panorama or whatever. It's like super long but super short.
Well, we have another student who has designed the Santa's chair, and she's trying to get that built right now. But it's huge. She's made it huge, so it's a big.
Is it going to be like
task.
seen through the window?
It's going to be over in that back corner. So we're going to get the fireplace going on the screen. We're going to set up a little area, and we're going to have Santa's chair in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
So you're gonna like put a screen up against the glass with like a fireplace scene on it or something?
No, the screen that's in there, we're just going to put on the YouTube fireplace scene going in the back. You'll see. It'll be
I mean, are
awesome.
you like putting that up against the window so you can see it through it or whatever?
No, it's out in El Centro.
Ah, and you're like putting the chair in front of that or something? Oh, that's cool.
It's just a lot. We're up against it on time.
Yeah, well,
We'll see.
you haven't seen speaking of design, y'all seen the set that we're working on?
It looks amazing. Yes.
Thank you.
Ah.
How do you feel about the big like brick building part of it? Like it looks like I don't know, like an apartment complex or whatever.
I think everything I've seen looks amazing.
Thank you.
Did you do that? Did you have something to do with that?
I designed it.
That's what.
Well, at least like most of it.
I figured that's why you asked.
Well,
me
it was
about
like I mean, the concept was originally me, but like it's evolved.
Mhm.
I mean, even the like brick part, like the red brick bit, that's like that part of it. That's my baby. I painted that and all that. I'm very proud of it.
Good. Yeah, everything. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I made like a little frame so that when one of the other parts intersects with it, it doesn't look weird.
She's got the curtains up today, so you can't really look
Yeah,
back there.
so that people don't mess with it.
Yeah, because I was trying to see around them this morning. But the whole thing, like I said, the rehearsal looks really good, interesting. The set looks amazing. It's going to be a great show.
I'm really looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to getting it over with. If any of these listeners have done theater before, you'll know that if you do a drama versus a comedy, you're gonna hate your fellow actors a lot less. But But if you do a comedy, you are going to hate your fellow actors during the process. Like, we were very unhappy when we did A Midsummer Night's Dream when I was in my sophomore year. I went from playing a tiny part of just a fairy. Like, if you have you read A Midsummer Night's Dream?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I played Mustard Seed, one of the fairies under the queen. I didn't really have many lines. I just, but I did make some of the costumes for the fairies, and so I did I did more tech than I did acting on that one. But on this one, I'm doing more acting than tech. But everyone has to work on tech because it's such a small, like, crew. Like, there's like 13 people in the whole class, and 8 of them are eight. I think 8. Hold on. Hold on. 7 of them are actors, and we have a couple more that are not actors. And so we're like all hands on deck trying to get everything cranked out. Like, I think we finished the set maybe, and we'll be able to practice with it this week. And we have all of the like costumes done, and they're here and stuff. So we're gonna be doing like full makeup, full costume, full set, rehearsing this entire week all the way up to the performance, and it's gonna suck. But it'll be fun at least.
It's exciting, yeah.
The suit is way too big for me, so we're gonna have to take it in with like safety pins. It's just not going to fit me correctly, and I am not going to sew it. Just clip it with safety pins. Life hack: if a jacket is too big for you, or something in a costume is too big for you, turn it on inside out and put it on, and then just use safety pins to pin it until it fits you, and then just turn it right back inside out.
Boom.
Nobody will notice.
There you go.
Unless you point it out like I am.
Exactly. Now everybody will look for it now.
Well, at least they'll be paying attention to me. Not like I don't command attention with my entire being in that play, because I am kind of the worst.
What kind of emotions? Because I was just thinking, you do all this work to get it together and build the set and practice your lines and have everything, your costumes and everything together, and then you get your big show time, and then it's over. Is it like a relief?
Yeah,
and a little bit
relief.
of missing it, or
I mean, you've been working on it for so long that you feel like you should get more than just 2 performances, and we were going to, but then Miss Sarver's wedding, I think, is the day after, or maybe Sunday. I don't remember. It's one of those days that weekend, and Miss Garrison was not going to miss that. So we just sort of just did it Friday instead of doing a bunch of shows.
yeah.
So yeah, mark it on your calendar. Friday the 13th of December. Please come. We spent a lot of we spent a lot of the drama budget on this, and we're doing a play of Cinderella next semester. We would like to still have a budget for that. I won't be here for that. I'll be at BCTC, so
Are you looking forward to that?
I mean, I like the library there. So I guess I'm looking forward to that, and also the time I get in between classes, because I have like 15 minutes at the least, sometimes up to like, I think I had a day where there were like 45 minutes between 2 of my classes. Last semester it was great. I did not use it to study. I took a nap.
Self-care, that's good.
Self-care, also known as, and I also messed around on the computer. I mean, I also studied because I'm not like the complete worst student.
Right. As long as I was gonna say, as long as you're.
I mean, I studied a little
doing
bit.
your
I'm not like
studying,
I'm not an awful student. I did fail 2 of the classes, and now I am back at STEAM. But I didn't suck at them. I just kind of got lost in all of the work because there were a lot more assignments than I thought there were.
Well, I really, because college is just so different, and
Yeah.
the way you start to become in charge of your own time and your time management and how you're doing these things, and a lot of up until that point, you've always been on the school schedule, and we tell you where you're supposed to be exactly when. And when you get into college, you've got a little bit more choice in those things, and it can be overwhelming that first year.
I mean, yeah, because I was like really freaked out about it because I had never failed a class in all of high school. I had kept up a really, really good GPA, and then it just plummeted because I failed 2 classes out of the 5 I was taking. Not a slay. We do not love that. But it was an interesting experience. I liked it. I did an internship at a theater. I did Okay, I did an internship under a professor at UK in the theater department. Um, his name is Professor Zachary Stribling. He's the best.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to him at the Guignol Theater. I don't know what they're putting on right now, but I know that in the year that I was there, we put on, what was it, Little Women. We did Good. We did, what was it? Fairview. Then there was like this dance concert, and then honestly can't remember what we did after that. I'm a little tired.
Yeah, that was sounds like a busy time.
Yeah, we did 2 productions a semester.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was a lot, but I really liked it, and I had a lot of fun. Made a couple friends that I have not seen since, but they were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing this, hi Lauren. But yeah, I liked it. I got to use a lot more tools than I have access to at my house because I have a lot of tools at my house. We got a table saw a few years ago. Love that thing. Oh my god, it's the best. But we don't have like all of the saws and tools and stuff in the world, and they do there. They have like what's it called? Like they have one of those big it's like vertical, and you like lay a piece of wood into it and it cuts up and down. I can't remember what it's called. Like a panel saw or something,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, panel saw. They had one of those. It was so cool. Terrifying, but cool.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Got to use like a metal saw. You just turned it on and just sort of did gravity, and it was cool. But ruined a lot of pairs of pants like that, so I just had to designate a shop pants.
Yeah.
I can never wear those pants in public. But have you ever dabbled in theater?
Oh, goodness.
Because you did donate a bunch of your clothes to the theater production.
Yeah. When I was probably up to about 8th grade, I would do school plays and things like that, but it wasn't anything this elaborate at all.
Did you ever, were you ever the lead?
There were a few times I did like a monologue sort of a situation. And
I mean,
so,
I get a gigantic monologue in mine, as you've probably heard me practice it very, very loudly
Very
because I
loud.
don't even need a microphone. I can just project.
that's exactly right.
So, yeah. I really enjoyed having you on the podcast.
Well, thank you. This has been fun. This is awesome. The studio's
know, but-
amazing.
Yeah, I think half of the reason that Vaughn decided to do journalism as a class is not only just because of his love for journalism, but also because he gets to use the sound studio for like official purposes instead of just messing around in the morning.
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the news shows, and it's impressive.
Yeah, a couple of also everyone go to steamacademynews.com. You can read some of my articles and watch some of my podcasts on there.
Awesome.
I mean, you're also probably watching this through that, or maybe on Spotify or YouTube. Who knows? But you found us, so if you're not through the website, come check us out. We try our best. Not saying that we're great, but we try our best.
Oh, it's really been great, and him, Mr. Vaughn, being able to offer this and us to have it at Steam. I mean, this is exciting.
Yeah, because you can get a lot of some of the things we cover, you can get anywhere else, but a lot of the things we cover are Steam specific or are just niche enough topics to where nobody else except for people at Steam or surrounding really, I don't know, care. Or it's about a larger topic, but how it would affect us, We also have a couple of reviews of pieces of media. I mean, I did a review of my favorite video game, Rain World. You should check out that article. I'm quite proud of it. I had to cut it in half because I went over the word limit by like 200 words. It was supposed to be under 1,000 words. I was at like 1,200. Actually, I think it was supposed to be under 900 words. Girl, I had to cut out the entirety of the DLC. But it was really fun having you on here. And rewind. It was really fun having you on here on the podcast. So this was the Steam Academy podcast. I'm Aven, and that was Miss Boytek.
Hey, thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of y'all's days.